How's it going, everybody? Playing some more Minish Cap today, and today we're going to be going through the Cave of Flames. Now, this isn't the most difficult dungeon per se, but you can perish a lot in the lava, so I'm going to try and avoid that as much as possible. I don't think there's 2 heart pieces in this temple, dungeon, whatever you want to call it. I think there's only 1, and I think that's the case for a majority of the dungeons in this game. Aside from maybe one of the later ones. But I don't know. I'll just kind of have to see how things go. And I'm going to be hopefully succeeding with this place. I'm just kind of going from memory. Because I do like doing a practice playthrough of the Zelda games before I play through them. Goodness gracious. But this one, I think it's fairly straightforward. I think with the earlier dungeons in this game, it's maybe meant to be more straightforward. Because there's not so many options like there was in the Oracle games. Like, I feel like those games were a lot more difficult compared to this one, but maybe that's just me. Because it seemed like you could get lost quite a lot in those games. Like, there's so many pathways, whereas the more modern, I guess this is really the only modern GBA Zelda game, because Link to the Past was just a remake. But I don't know, this one feels really straightforward, because it doesn't give you like 5 million options to go. And then I believe one of these is going to be, yep, like. And for likes, depending on what rupee they have, that's how many they'll take from you. If there's a green rupee, then they'll only take 1 at a time. If there's a blue rupee, it'll only be 5 at a time, and so on and so forth. So, you just want to be careful if you ever see a bunch of rupees randomly lying around, or if you ever see a single rupee lying around. And one thing I really like about this place is that you get to use rail cards. Now, I don't think we've used rail cards since Oracle of Ages? What are they in Oracle of Seasons? Am I getting those confused? I don't know, but I do like the little animation Link does as soon as we get in the minecart. And then we see these little bulldozing guys again, and you can just suck their masks off and then throw them into the wall. I always like that there's usually a system for removing the armor from certain enemies. It's either going to be the hook shot or the just something that like sucks things off. I know that sounds weird, but anyways. So that's the... I don't know why the minecart goes so fast, like, because there's no electricity here. At least I don't think there is. So I don't know how exactly the minecart just moves by itself, unless it's magic, which maybe it is. And I'm just now discovering that if you hit these guys twice, they stop running. I did not know that in my first playthrough. Again, gotta deal with these guys some more. You might actually be able to use bombs to hit them from the backs, but I'm just gonna keep doing it this way, because it seems faster. Although maybe a well-placed bomb would be faster, I don't know. And then I think the first heart piece is coming up pretty quick, which should put us at 6 hearts. Okay, yes, there was no little shrinking animation there. These guys won't go after you while you're small, but they still can damage you, so just be careful. And we don't want to fall in there. So let's keep going this way. And I think the heart piece room is right next to this one. Yeah, so you can see there's a bombable wall up there, which we'll be getting to, I think, pretty shortly, because I don't think this dungeon's very long, but it's got a nice aesthetic going for it, you know? Excuse me. Then we can grow big from that little unshrinker, or I don't know, what are these things called? Is there a name ever given to them? I'm not certain. I don't necessarily need to deal with these choo-choos, but for the sake of killing everything, might as well, unless they are annoying like that. Here's our dungeon map. Then we'll head over here. And it is a bad idea to fall in the lava, however it doesn't kill you. Link is just not made that way. So, just be careful, although I think it just respawns you from the nearest safe spot to stand, so it's not the end of the world if you fall in. And then for these guys, I don't think you can kill them, maybe if you throw them in the lava, but what you want to do is just toss them in these holes. I think this is just kind of a little practice, so that shows you how these things work. And then you can actually walk across them, which is cool. And you don't need to put them in all the holes in this room, but might as well just so I don't leave this room empty or feeling like I didn't complete it. And then we're actually going to be able to push that chest into that little hole as soon as we make our way around the room. And it's just going to be another small key, I believe. And this is pretty cool, actually, the way that they make it like actually feel like you're higher than the ground. With bigger shadow and everything. There we go, there's our key. And I really like that they make use of like Link's hat so much. I know it's not something you typically think about, but for this game, it's just one of the main gameplay aspects, like flying around, using... Aslo, I keep forgetting his name, but I like it, because you can fly around, and it's really cool. And then we can go up here. And then try not to fall down. Hit that switch, and then we'll actually get a new pathway. This place kind of reminds me of the, I think it was Turtle Rock in A Link to the Past. Because I think that was filled with lava too. And there was one room there where you have to light a bunch of candles. And that room just took me like forever to figure out because you have to do it fast. And timed objectives, I'm not a big fan of. And that room was already rough. Because I think you might have had to backtrack in there a few times. Or at least I did, because I got lost. But I think that one puzzle from Link to the Past might be probably one of my least favorite puzzles. Like top 10 for sure. Just the timed objective stuff, I'm not a big fan of. And it seems like A Link to the Past kind of did that a few times. Alright, there's our 6 heart containers. And then our dungeon item, I think, is coming up pretty quick here as well. Maybe even in this room. Now, I think you can slash these guys. Oh yeah, you can. As long as they're not spiky, but it seems like the bombs are a bit more effective because they have the radius, the huge range. So, I'm just going to try and take advantage of these a bit. Let's just bomb this dude. There we go. And this should be the dungeon item, which is the Cane of Packy? Is that how it's pronounced? So what this does, it allows you to flip things over, and if there's a hole, it gives you a little boost. Now, I think... You know how there's usually the least used item in every Zelda game? I feel like it could be this one. Maybe, although there's the Rock's Cape, which Well, I don't know, because you do get that one so much later, but I don't know. But now we can flip this over and then go for a ride. And then we'll just push this on over here. And I wonder who in the Sam Hill puts the treasure chest, like, on top of the platform. Like, I wonder what the story behind these dungeons are. Like, obviously to protect the elements, but like, were the monsters originally there? Or is that like a result of Vaddie only being able to send like a fraction of his power here? I don't know. Okay. Trying to think of what I need to do for this all. Those spikes do not deal much damage at all. And in my first playthrough of this, I thought these suckers would chase after you only when you're small, but no, they chase after you only when you're big. And then there's little hiding spots in here so that you don't perish. Right here. And we can roll back. And then hide up here. And then roll back. Then we can hit this switch. And then take care of more of these guys. I don't know what they're called. They look like roly-polies. Speaking of roly-poly, that is a really old cartoon. I don't know if anyone watching actually remembers that, but I think that was on, like, Disney XD or whatever it was called. I don't know. I want to say it was Disney, wasn't it? Maybe not, but it was a weird show, but I liked it. I don't think it ran for very long, though. Okay. We're actually almost done with this place. Like, it feels like a really short dungeon, but I guess technically it's not, because I think the Deku Tree is even shorter than this. Because what, I'm going on 13 minutes? I don't know. It's just... I do like the longer dungeons sometimes, like where they're not super difficult. Although some of the time, some certain I guess themes, like, I'm not a fan of the forest themes too much. I mean, I do like some of them quite a bit, but I just don't want the forest stuff to run on too long, you know? I wasn't a fan of Skyward Sword's first dungeon. It felt really boring, and maybe even too long, for me, at least. But some of the later ones in that game were really good. I probably should have taken care of that pot earlier, but that's okay. So now I can get over there. And hopefully this won't take me too many attempts to get across. Whoops. Okay. Oh. I don't know why that didn't flip over there. That was weird. Okay, maybe this will take me a hot minute. Okay, I think I kind of got it figured out. There we go. And there. That wasn't too bad. Okay. What's that whirlwind for? Is that where I'm supposed to go? I don't know. I guess we'll figure out. Okay, I guess that is where I'm supposed to go. But now I got this Kinstone piece, which is nice because it's a green one. Those ones are a bit more rare. Nearing the end of the dungeon, and I don't know, it makes me sad. I like this place. Just don't want to perish. And I think that's our last, like, small treasure chest for the dungeon. Which is, I know, very, very sad, but all good things must come to an end. I wonder what the explanation for all these little whirlwinds is as well. I guess there's a chest over here. Okay, never mind. That wasn't our last one. But unless the lava is like somehow making the heat, or like, I don't know how that all works. Because I don't, isn't it like that in like Tears of the Kingdom Zoo? Like where some heated areas like have wind drafts or gusts? I don't know. I just gotta get up to this boss door. Probably should have tried again to flip it over there, but that's okay. Oops. I do like the warp point system. Like, say you want to get a fairy or something, you can just use the red warp and then that'll take you back to that start. It is nice having those just in case you need to backtrack for something or you miss something and you just want to prepare for the boss or whatnot. I do like that aspect about this game. Okay, so I don't remember exactly how to fight this guy. I want to say you hit the rock, maybe? Not his head. That was the rock, okay. And we just keep slashing. Oops. Okay. And make sure you get off before the turtle thingy shrinks down. I don't think this is a 3-cycle boss. I think it's like 4 or 5. Because I know in certain bosses it's like a 3-cycle trend. Which I can't remember if that's more so for the handheld titles or maybe the newer titles. I don't know. So that's cycle 3, so I guess it's maybe 5 cycles? Might as well clear all these bad boys out. I wonder if the Gust Jar will do anything to these fires. Because I'm assuming there's got to be another way to clear them out besides using your sword. However, you do have a fairy, so I don't care too much. Wow, he has some long invincibility periods. There we go. Oops. Okay, so it must be 6 cycles then. Which, I feel like this guy has a lot of health just for being the dungeon, or the boss of the second dungeon. Hopefully this will finish him off. There we go. Wow, he's only 1 hit away. That's ridiculous. So maybe it was 5 cycles, if I just, like, hit him in time. Alright. So that has been the Cave of Flames. Next video is... I don't know what next video is. Is that when we get the Pegasus Boots? Maybe, but I want to thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you.